Hello everybody and welcome to another Forces of Valor ship with Spartan 086. Today we're doing the USS Arizona BB-39, and right off the top you can see that the ship doesn't look right. We're going to get to that. That's nothing to do with me or packaging, that is to do with Unimax and Forces of Valor. Wee bit of history to the ship. The Arizona was part of the Pennsylvania class, of which there were two. The other ship was the USS Pennsylvania. Her engines, she had 4 sets of steam turbines and she was pushed by 4 shafts. I'll show you that when I do round the ship. Her displacement was 31,917 tonnes and that was a deep load. Her normal crew complement at middle of her build was about 1358. Her top speed was 20.7 knots and she cost about $16 million. She was ordered in 1913, she was launched in 1915 and she was commissioned in 1916. So she could have been used in World War I, but I don't think she really was. Not much naval action for the Americans. Long before Pearl Harbour, Arizona had a massively eventful career. She was part of Woodrow Wilson's fleet that came across for him to be part of the Paris Peace Conference. She was also America's representative in the Greek-Turkish War, so obviously she went out there to try and settle the peace between the Greeks and the Turks. Didn't go down too well. In March 1933 she provided aid to survivors of the Long Beach, California earthquake. A year later she was in one of Hollywood's famed greats, Here Comes the Navy, with James Cagney. So if you ever get a chance to see the film, you will see this beautiful ship in it. In the late 20s, we'll go back a wee bit, she gave a better arrangement of herself. She had massive modifications done. The mast and secondaries were changed, or secondaries were reduced, but they were placed more around the ship to give it a better firing position. And obviously if she came into close quarter contact, cruisers or destroyers, closing their distance. She also had the new boilers put in, her deck armour thickness was increased, as well as her crew complement. Overall, she became quite a formidable ship for her time. Sadly, as tension rose in the late 30s, early 1940s, she was put with the Pacific Fleet at San Diego. As tensions continued to rise with Japan, obviously due to Japan's Sino-Japanese War, she was moved with the rest of the Pacific Fleet to Pearl Harbour, and obviously December 7th, 1941, we all know what happened there. Japanese sneak attack, and she was on Battleship Row. I think it was a Japanese Kate flying above, that's what I was read. Again, these things change over time. Dropped what was a modified 15-inch shell. The shell came down roundabout in the vicinity of turret 2, pierced the deck armour, went down, hit a magazine storage. Now, they're saying magazine storage, somebody also said the possibility of cordite was ignited. Don't know if this is true, but the magazine storage ignited, exploded, blew the ship in half. Right along here, turret 2's gone, turret 1's still in place. Ship's broken just at the back of the bow, and this is where she went down. The cataclysmal explosion's actually captured. I wish I had the ability to put the video up that would show you they captured it on the day. You can see how bad it was. Also, she's seen the hood being hit, or when she sunk, you can see obviously the smoke rising several miles into the air. Barham, when she sank, obviously her cordite and shells rolled and they exploded, causing a cataclysmic explosion within her. So very similar to that. Of her crew that day, 1,177 were killed. Total crew accounted for that day was 1,512, so a lot of them were still on the ship as well. So they could have been caught in flash fires that spread through. And the ship wasn't ready for any type of attack. Bulkhead doors were open, most of them. So she has a permanent memorial within Pearl Harbour. If you ever get to see it, good on you. I wish one day I can visit it. It is a significant thing to see. She sits not too far from what can be described as for her avenging big cousin, the USS Missouri, which is in Pearl Harbour permanently now as a museum. So it's kind of fitting that two of America's battleships are there. Now, obviously, if you play World of Warships, you can get the Arizona. I'm not going to get into that because that's not part of what the video is about. Overall, good ship. Sadly, this is where Unimax really let people down. I was really excited about getting this model. I've had it for about 10 years now. I arrived so excited. Wasn't too happy obviously with the dysmorphing of the rear stand, but thought I can deal with that. What really wound me up was the fact that 3 turret was missing all 3 barrels. So basically the complement in this ship has gone from 12 14-inch guns now down to 9 14-inch guns. So thank you so much, Unimax. Overall, still great. It looks absolutely brilliant. Again, the Unimax didn't really help with the paint job, kind of slapdash, but still, from a distance, this ship looks fantastic, and it's a great one for a collector to have. When I finally get the Batcave sorted, she's going next to Hood as a wee memorial to 2 ships who obviously didn't deserve what happened to them. But she's a great one to have. She is in the new Weatherstones versions. Again, like I said, with Turpits, if you get the chance, just buy the Weatherstones. They are a lot better, cheaper probably as well, and you get a fantastic stand to go with them. I'm going to be getting the Bismarck and the Yamato as soon as I can. Hopefully going to order them off this site. But overall, if you've got this one, it's a great one to have. Obviously, mine looks not as great because of the dysmorphing and missing guns. Overall, great. It's a great one to have. Let's say, bit of history to her. And it's just a shame so many souls were lost with her. So again, hope everybody's liking the videos. If you are, please start hitting the like button. Start hitting the subscribe button. Makes me believe in putting up more videos. Next video will be the last of the World War II ships, which will be the Missouri. And at some point I will be getting the Enterprise done. So, hope everybody's well. Take care now. Bye bye.